What's up everybody, it's Dave from Both Lighting USA here, and today I've got a video for you guys about some of our Both Lighting fixtures. I'm going to show you exactly every single detail of the screen, every setting you could possibly see on these three fixtures that we sell right here. Let's take a look at the settings of the Both Lighting USA 360 tube. Now we got the 360 tube from Both Lighting USA. I'm going to take you guys through every single screen, including the hidden menu on this light. So give me just a little bit and we're going to get to the hidden menu. Let's go through the main settings first. We can hit menu over here and we start off with our DMX address. We've got our battery indicator right in the top right corner as well. If we hit menu again, we get to our DMX channel mode. So we've got 12 channel, 7 channel, 6 channel, 5 channel, and then on the other end, we've got 40, 80, and 160 channel. So if you're in the 40, 80, and 160 channel modes, at that point you are pixel mapping. You are individually adjusting every diode up and down the 360 tube. Moving on, and of course, very important, make sure you press enter every time you change a setting. It is very important to have to press enter to make sure that your settings actually change as needed. Moving on, we've got DMX Fail. So your options are hold or blackout, and what this means is if you lose DMX signal going to the light, what do you want the light to do when it loses signal? Do you want it to hold on the very last color or the very last setting that it was at, or do you want it to black out the fixture? I personally want my fixtures to hold because then, if you lose DMX signal, it's not just blacking out everything. You at least have some light in the room to then troubleshoot your issue and go from there. So I like it on hold. Make sure you press enter to confirm every single time. Moving on, we've got the dimmer curve. Now, I don't know exactly what each of the 4 dimmer curves do, but I do know that at Both Lighting, we recommend using dimmer curve 2. That's just our recommendation. You can try them all, but we recommend 2. You'll see that I pressed enter. Moving on, next screen, we've got custom. So this is where, just like with our uplights, you can choose a custom solid color. So if you press enter, you're going to get through to each of the different colors of the light from 0 to 255. 255 is 100% brightness. So if I add some blue in here, for example, now we've got some blue in there, and you can make your own fully custom color. Pressing menu, we've got our sound active mode, which is actually really good on this light. If you press enter, you're going to get into the different settings of sound active mode. So you have your sound active mode number. I believe it goes 0, 1, and 2, and I'll show you each of those. You've also got your sensitivity, your microphone sensitivity, and then this color button right here is a base color. So basically you're going to have different patterns going on the light. When there's a section when the light does not have a color on, you can have a base color, so it's not just blacking out the tube, it has a color going on underneath. Let's take a look at that. Yep, exactly. So then you've got your different sound active modes. I believe sound active mode 0 is the best sound active mode, but you've also got sound active mode 1, you've got sound active mode 2, and even 3. You've got 0, 1, 2, and 3. Make sure you press enter, and you'll notice when I tap the tube, it is changing colors. It is reacting to the sound active mode. Moving on, if you're in this section here, you can actually press up or down to get a bunch of different program modes. You've got your color, so of course you can press enter and you can choose a one of, let's see how many colors we've got on this one, 27 different colors to choose from. Of course, that first setting right up there is dim, so that's going to be your brightness, and then you can also apply a strobe to that color. If we back out and back into the menu, you've also got Wi-Fi mode. Once again, we do have a Both Lighting app. It does technically work with the 362, but it will only get you solid colors. It will not get you the patterns. So we do not recommend using the Wi-Fi app, but if you wanted to, you could press enter and you are in Wi-Fi mode. It does technically work. Let's back out of that. Let's go into our other modes as we had sound active. We do have auto modes as well. If you press enter, you can go through multiple different auto modes. There are in fact 68 different patterns that you can choose from. You've got your speed underneath of how fast the auto mode is going, and then you've got your base color once again if you'd like to change your base color. Backing out to the menu, we've got this HSI mode on the fixture where you can choose a hue and a saturation on a filter. We don't really use this one too much, but if you'd like to, you can play around with it. We've also got CCT mode, which is a color temperature. So this is where you can basically find a color temperature from soft white to warm white if you need a white color for something. Moving on, we've got Lee Color. Lee is a brand of theatrical gels. So they've got a bunch of different gel colors in here. And they basically correspond to the physical paper gels that you can put over a theatrical stage light. So you can match your colors there if you need that. Like I said, you've got your main color, and I think we went through all of those program settings, those auto settings. Moving on from the menu, let's continue forward. You've got your master slave function. So if you are master slaving your fixtures, only one of them should be the master and the rest should be the slave. Always press enter to control your settings. Press menu again, let's continue. This is where you've got your wireless DMX ID, or as you might know, your wireless DMX color. You can scroll through the different numbers here, and we have a chart on our website that actually tells you what number is what color. But if you press enter on one of the IDs, your indicator light will actually change to tell you what color. So if you saw it flashed blue there, that means that ID 4 is blue. Let's move on. You've got your runtime. So runtime is interesting. If you change your runtime and you make it higher, you are telling the fixture that you want it to run for at least 4 hours. What it will do is it will automatically adjust the brightness that it puts out to make sure that you can run the light for 4 hours and all the way up to 12 hours. If you set it to 12, it's going to run your light at a dimmer brightness to ensure that it can run for 12 hours straight. Moving on, we've got the information. This is just your firmware version of the light. We've got your IR setting on or off. So we do have an IR receiver right there, and each of the 360 tubes comes with a remote. So if you have IR on, it can receive signal from your remote. If you have IR off, it will not receive signal from a remote. If you use the menu lock, it will lock the menu once you're in the settings, and you have to press a combination of buttons to get out of the menu lock. This is to ensure that your lights aren't messed with. So if you need that, you can set that up. Moving forward, we've got the backlight. So right now it's set to 30 seconds, which means that after 30 seconds, this screen is going to shut itself off. Moving forward, we've got factory reset. You can factory reset the light if you really need to, but you probably won't have to because you can just go through all of the settings and adjust as needed. And then we are back at the address screen. Let me show you guys the secret menu on this fixture. You have to be on the DMX address screen to get there, and you have to hold down the enter button. And now you are in the secret menu. This is where you can adjust the maximum brightness of every single diode. And a couple of these settings we don't use. We definitely skip this state and T limit setting. I'm not 100% sure on what those do, but you shouldn't ever need those. Although if you get past those settings, you've got a delay setting, which you must turn on to no or turn off when you get this fixture. This will help with the fading in and out of different colors when you're using DMX. If you have this delay on, it's actually going to not jump different colors. It's going to fade them even if you're telling the DMX not to fade them and you're telling him to jump. So you absolutely need to turn this delay to no. Once you do that, of course, always make sure to press enter to confirm any settings, and then you can press menu to get back into your main screen. I believe that is every single setting on this light. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments below. Our team will absolutely reach out and get you an answer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at any of the methods on our website. We've got a phone number, we've got an email address, we've even got a form for you to set up a sales call or a tech support call whenever you need. We're happy to help. We've got the best customer service. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.